defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a seventh-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Motion man right is Rice. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Yannick Ngakoue just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Give Ngakoue credit on that play and for what he's done throughout his career. He's been on 5 teams across the last 4 seasons, but has never stopped producing. At least 8 sacks every single year.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Man who re-signed with the Chiefs back in May. Here's Jerick McKinnon. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this. Yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You look at this Bears defense.
They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw here complete to Kelce.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. That's another 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Patrick Mahomes with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
While you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down.
Here's 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Hardman to return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 37-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mayfield to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That complete. It's Tyler Scott with it. Touchdown! Tyler Scott, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. The Chiefs at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 8-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This is a hack for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Yellow.
2nd and 10.
57, 57. Easy. Right side.
Mahomes now to throw. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Now motion left with Mooney.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
What up?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. 48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Yeah, he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Play fake. Mayfield. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mahomes firing complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
I'm in my game.
Handoff. It's McKinnon.
Try this.
6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offensive coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield,
probably
that's
two
a lot
that
of fun,
wanted
and
away
they missed
by
an opportunity.
Player.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jones on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more. Yeah, why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Attack, attack!
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a give, this is McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Mahomes to throw on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses it. It's complete. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
You got a seatbelt ticket.
The important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in the
got a seatbelt ticket.
incredible form tackle right there. Shoulder.
Yeah, nigga, I don't need to put it on now, motherfucker. You done already got me. What I'm putting it on for?
And now the rookie's free. And all the way down to the 29. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Baker, fucking poor accuracy. Jesus.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defend. Oh, it's out. McKinnon fumbled.
Take the ball out. Where the ball at? He did not get that back. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Get out of here.
Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches
That's what he said about Horns divorce.
I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All
Horns
they do was
divorce.
take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball caught free. Philadelphia puts it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November. And Patrick
Abushi. Abushi. Y'all heard the little white baby. Abushi.
Never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
Powering his way forward. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Mayfield.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Here's 2nd down. Mayfield.
Trying to lay one up deep.
This ball intercepted.
Abushi.
Big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes going to throw it here. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it lines up a safety. So this one in the win column for Kansas City.
Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.